Hi winners, and welcome back to our math class. We are going to be doing or solving the problems of nature of roots, and this time around the questions that we'll be doing will differ from those we did last time. You can go back to my previous video to refer to the one that we did last time so that we can move on the same pace. The questions can be asked to you, differently from the one that we did last time. It can be asked to you the other way around, where maybe you are told or given the determinant or the description of the roots. For example, the one that I presented here. On the example that we have here, the statement says that if 2 is a root of 2x squared plus mx is equal to 6, find value m. So we can already see that we are given root, right? We are given the value of the root, which is represented by the determinant. So in other words, we are given the determinant. So we are expected to find m, which is the coefficient of x. So let's get to read. I think first thing first, we have to make sure that our equation here is in the standard form. Let's make sure that we put it in the standard form. It's 2x squared plus mx. Then we're going to take this negative 6 to the side, right? And then it's going to change sign. It's going to be plus 6 is equal to 0, right? Now we have our equation in a standard form. So here we are supposed to find m, right? So I suggest that we take out the data. Our determinant here, we already given, right? Our determinant is equal to 2, and our a is equal to 2 as well. Our b is equal to m, and then our c is equal to positive 6, right? Don't forget that we took it to the other side to ensure that we have the standard form of the equation. So now let's write our formula. Determinant is equal to b squared minus 4ac. We are given the determinant. Oh yes, there it is. 2 is equal to m squared minus 4. Our a is 2, and then our b is 6. There we go. So let's make sure that we press everything on the calculator and see how it comes out. So since here we have our m, which is we have to make sure that we make it the subject of the formula, right? So yeah, we're going to deal with that later. Now let's calculate this so that we put it in in a single form. Going to be 4 multiplied by 2 and then multiplied by 6. Then on this side we have 2 is equal to m squared minus 48, and then I suggest that we take this 48 to this other side, and then which means we're going to have 2 plus 48 is equal to m squared. 2 plus 48 is equal to 50 is equal to m squared. We know that sorry, let me write this so that it can be clearly visible. Okay, we already know that there is no difference when this is in the side and then the subject of the formula is on that other side. But to avoid the confusion, let's just swap them so that we eliminate the confusion. Okay, now we can work it out. So going to square root both sides. M squared is equal to square root of 50. We know what square root of 50 is, but let's just simply punch it. Okay, then which means m is going to be equal to. On to the next example, we are given that x squared plus m plus x is equal to 3x minus 2. So we are supposed to determine the value of m for which the roots will be real. So we can see that here, unlike the one that we just did, here we are given a condition where the root is real. So the first thing that we have to do in solving this, we have to make sure that our equation is in a standard form. So it's going to be x squared plus m plus x is equal to 3x minus 2, right? I just wrote it as it is. So it's going to be x squared plus, let me first deal with this x first before I could deal with the constant values. So it's going to be x, 3x going to that side is going to be negative 3x plus x minus 2 is going to be equal to 0. So you're going to have x squared minus 2x. Sorry about this. I just made a mistake here. This is supposed to be m. It's supposed to be m. Sorry for the inconvenience that this may have caused. So it's going to be plus. I would like to put this in a bracket so that it shows that it's one thing. This serves as like one single value. So after we have done with this, we get to go and look at the statement. It says that determine the value of m for which the root will be real. And we know that when the root is real, then it means that the determinant is greater or equal to 0. So since we know that our determinant is b squared minus 4a minus 4ac, then it means that we're going to have b squared minus 4ac is greater or equal to 0. And then we're going to do exactly what we have to do. We're going to substitute the correct values from this equation here. So our b is negative 2 minus 4, so open bracket, a, which is 1, and then our c, we're going to take this whole thing here. Remember I said that it acts as one term, right? So we're going to have m minus 2 close bracket greater or equal to 0. Okay, so what's going to happen here is that this value is going to be 4 minus 4 open bracket m minus 2. So we're going to expand this portion here, and then we're going to write this as it is. It's going to be 4 minus 4m plus 8 greater or equal to 0. Then 4 plus 8 is sorry about that, it's 12. Then it's going to be greater or equal to, going to take this to that side, right? So it's going to be 12 greater or equal to 4m. And then we can do just like we did before. We can swap both 4m and 12 since it's just the same thing. So from here, since our aim is to determine m, we're going to divide both sides by 4, and m is going to be greater or equal to. The sign doesn't change since we are dividing by a positive number, but if this 4 was maybe negative 4, and then the sign was going to change here, and then we were going to result with negative 3. But since this time around we're dividing with 4, which is a positive number, and then we're going to remain with 3, and then just like that we got our answer. M is greater or equal to 3.